Well, here's the first look at some of the wormy chestnut I just cut. I was supposed to do this last week, but I didn't. Pretty neat looking stuff. You can see the wormholes in it. Really a straight grain, wide type grain. Real nice stuff. Now this is going on this blade here. This is a fillet knife, like I have not made in a long time. I don't know why I haven't made one of those in a while, but we'll see it when it's all done. Ready to epoxy that. That's something different over here we're going to see. And I'm going to do sheaves today for the Damascus blade you saw the other day. They are all finished up except for final polish and sharpen. And it has turned off. Blowing a norther out here this morning. Cold north wind. Y'all turn the fan off up there, would you please? It's supposed to be spring. I got a box. Sorry. Paul, you should have sent me a forklift to go with it. Let's open it up and see what we got here. I know what it is, pretty much. This came from my buddy Paul up in North Dakota. Y'all seen these before. I had one left. Let's see, read the note here. Yes, sir, Mr. Paul. You absolutely can. I'll get on that for you next week. Now these are combine disc. Hang on, let's move the camera a little bit. That better? An old combine disc off of an old machine up there at Paul's place. He told me the year one time, but I just about forgot. Now, these are excellent quality steel. Very good for the ulus. Well, all kind of knives really, but I use them a lot for ulus. And you want that for the handle? Absolutely, I can do that. I'll email you and see which style you want. Thank you, sir, very much. Now I'll wait till one of my boys get home from work and I'll make them move them for me. So thank you, Paul. Thank you. All right, y'all want to see some finished knives? Let's see some finished knives and then we'll talk for a minute. All right, let's leave some finished knives up today. Today is Thursday, the 22nd, 23rd, 30th, I don't know, somewhere in there. Now we're gonna look at these, then we'll talk a little bit. Mr. Scott, I fixed you another sheath for that little issue. This one I sewed on the back instead of them rivets. I've decided I'm not using those rivets anymore. I've had them fail more than once, so enough's enough on those. Now this should fit your ulu just like the other one, but if it doesn't, I'm going to send you a little bag. There's a couple more of those rivets if you want to try those, and there's also a couple of Chicago screws that if those don't work and this don't fit, I know those will work. It's one thing about having so much stuff, I forget what I have. But now remember, I've got those. So there you go. This is coming out to you tomorrow. Now here we have a Master Sergeant with stag handle, and this one is for Roy. We'll take a look at it, and this is Alabama Damascus redneck skin pattern, green G10 spacers. Right there, a lanyard on there, very sharp, ready to go to work. Now all these is going out tomorrow. Now these three all go together. Now this is a camp knife with a bear stamped on the front. A good look at Mr. Bear there. Of course, maker's marks on the back of all these. Also, Damascus redneck skin pattern. It's all out of two pieces of steel, the same style, but the same pattern. Right there you go. Very sharp. Always double checking to make sure they're sharp before I send them out. Just in case. Y'all know me, I forget stuff so bad. Alright, here is the Alabama Damascus Rattler. Got a pretty mean looking rattlesnake on there. Some deer tracks. Walnut handles. Green G10 spacers. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All finished up. Now I ran a little behind on these three here because that was, if y'all remember a few videos back, I didn't order enough Damascus for the whole build. I goofed up, so sorry. I run a little bit late. Alright, here we go. Here is a gaucho. Indian chief on the front. Deer tracks. Now the ferro rod on this one is the same. Tiger maple. Now this maple has, on one side it has some pretty interesting stripes, especially if you get it out in the sunshine. And the other side, it's got some pretty markings, but not quite the tiger type look. And that was the last of the tail end of a piece that I had. So I'll be looking for some more of that. Now on the lanyard hole, on this one, you wanted a brass tube inside there. So there you go. Now I got your cord lock there. Now I did do a sample strike on this one just to make sure. So if you see that little line on there, that was just when I made a strike on it. See? There we go, right there. Redneck skin Damascus pattern. Green G10 spacers. Right there we go. Very nice knife, very, very sharp. Coming out to you tomorrow. Now, I have been asked several times over the last couple of weeks by friends, people that know me, say, you don't look good, you don't feel good. I have not felt well in a couple of weeks. I'm not up to snuff like I should. So I have something going on up in here. I have that, I mentioned it before, I have a hernia from where I had my heart surgery, where the breathing tube was in up here. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Doctor said if it got any bigger or more uncomfortable to let him know. I called yesterday and he said be in here Friday morning, tomorrow morning. So we'll go see about that and see what's going to have to be done. I don't think nothing's got to be done in the next few days. I hope not anyway. I've got too much work to do. But on the way back through from the doctor, I'll drop these at the post office and have them on the way to you. Excuse me. I have 2 more one-offs. It's almost finished. I'll try to finish up tomorrow. Well, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to... My appointment's later in the day, so that means I'll be there all day probably. But anyway, sneak peek. Dagger, fillet knife. This is that wormy chestnut. Almost done with those 2. And the 2 kitchen sets are well on their way. Well over halfway done. So I should be able to finish those up first of next week with no problem. Pardon me. I just thought about it. I reckon I shouldn't have picked up that heavy box, should I? I don't think it's, but nothing's come loose in there. I mean, it's not, I'm not sick. I just, something's not right. When my health problems, when something don't feel right, I got to go. I got to go to the doctor. So we'll take care of that tomorrow. And I will let you know what happens. Saturday will be a work day. I'll be out here Saturday. Unless the bad weather knocks the power out or something. Another round of storms coming through. Sunday, I've been invited to go somewhere I needed to go for a long time. So we're gonna go do some. We'll do some fishing on Sunday, and I will do a video as long as this fella don't mind me running my camera on his boat. So, 'cause my boat's still leaky. Pardon me. We'll get that fixed anyway. Yes, it was cold again this morning, down in the low 30s. So there we go. I'll stop rambling for now. I'll go and take these in and get them packaged up, and then I'm gonna rest the rest of the day. And I thank y'all very much for watching. I thank you for your support, and I will be back. I'll probably put up a little video tomorrow night or Saturday morning. Let y'all know what the doctor said, if he says anything. So who knows. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. I think I finally got this thing to work.